Now today, ladies and gentlemen, I really hadn't told y'all too much of my story, but that's coming up. Not today, right now. But this guy right here's got a very interesting story, and we've got to think about this situation in everybody's case. But it too can be stopped. So I just want y'all to listen to this story real quick.
Now at 6, a man accuses a police lieutenant of stalking him by circling his neighborhood and parking in front of his home out of his jurisdiction while on duty.
I was threatened. And even my family, my neighbors, everybody now is like looking out their windows just trying to see if they see this cops driving by again.
He believes it's a scare tactic in retaliation for taking that police department to federal court. It's a story you saw first on 4. And that man has filed a motion in court to try to stop all City of Sweetwater police officers from contacting him. He says this is the latest in a series of harassing run-ins that he's had with the department. CBS 4's Natalia Zaya has more.
A dashboard camera recorded an unmarked Sweetwater police SUV cruising through a neighborhood and stopping in front of a home, even motioning the driver behind him to pass him as he sits outside the house. That sounds like a normal day on the job for a Sweetwater officer, but this isn't Sweetwater. It's Miami-Dade County, and this house belongs to George Del Rio, who is suing the city of Sweetwater in federal court. This dashcam video was shot one day before a major court hearing in the case.
I haven't been able to sleep ever since this situation.
Attorney Rick Diaz says the lieutenant was sending a message.
Well, I call it harassment, I call it intimidation, I call it stalking. There's no reason for this officer to be outside of his jurisdiction.
The city confirms Marcos Villanueva, seen here being sworn in as lieutenant, was driving the SUV that Del Rio recorded, and Lieutenant Villanueva was on duty at the time. Del Rio says he called Miami-Dade police to check out the SUV, but that someone canceled the call without explanation.
Just like everybody else.
That I was kind of like protected from them doing anything to me.
Del Rio, who works as a private investigator, says he filed a lawsuit against the city and several police employees back in 2012 when he says police arrested him without cause and held him with no charges for hours.
They kept me at the police station for 16 hours, no bathroom, no food, no nothing.
Named in Del Rio's lawsuit are Sweetwater Lieutenant Ignacio Menecal, former Chief Roberto Folguera, suspended officer Octavio Olio, who's charged with using a fake license plate to avoid paying tolls, former officer Willie Garcia, who was convicted of identity theft and credit card fraud, and former Mayor Manny Maronio, who's in a federal lockup for conspiracy to commit wire fraud.
See, they go to jail,
Unfortunately, a very systematic problem.
The attorney representing the city would not comment on the allegations, but says Del
heck of
Rio's
a
motion to
lawsuit,
forbid officers from contacting him holds no weight.
Mr. Del Rio and his lawyers certainly are not entitled to the relief they seek based upon what they filed. And I think that it was designed for one reason, and that's to get the media's attention.
Del Rio is now waiting on the judge to rule on his motion to ask the City of Sweetwater Police Department to leave him alone. And the attorney for the city says the judge is also considering a motion to dismiss Del Rio's lawsuit altogether. We'll have to wait and see what the judge decides. Natalia Zaya, CBS 4 News.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the question is we got to ask, is this all tied in?
Pick up the kid. Pick up the kid. Bro,
Is it all tied in?
yeah, so let go.
Will you call?
Go ahead and call. Take the baby, please. You're under arrest now.
I mean, we don't know the situation on all that right there, but, you know, it can all be handled in court. That's what I'm trying to say here. And if you guys are wanting to find you a private investigator to get this stuff taken care of, look here. Help us fight for the rights that matter most. Institute for Justice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, people's getting tired of this crap. People's getting tired of this crap. They're getting tired of it. This government needs to address these problems and get them fixed, is what I'm going to say. And they can do it. They can do it. They just need, you know, more people like us who are been stalked, or some of you being stalked, pull together. Whether if they're trying to say it's a warranted investigation. Well, you don't harass people when you're doing an investigation. That's the difference. You don't even know that you're being investigated if it's an investigation. If it's anything else, it's harassment. If you're having people do that's harassment. And if there's a lot of people doing the same thing, that's group harassment. That's, yeah, as we've seen, people go to jail for that. There's nobody above the law, not even the law. You seen just a minute ago, they go to jail too. Because what you need to do is hire you a good private investigation team. We're going to do a little search on that, matter of fact. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. This is a web page here. And this is a Canadian web page. The United States is a little slow about this, but they're starting to catch up. With our help, they will. But stalking is a crime called criminal harassment. It is a crime in the United States. It's organized criminal activity when they organize together. Criminal harassment. Are you worried about your safety because someone is following you everywhere, contacting you over and over, watching your home or office, making you feel that your family feels threatened? You may be experiencing criminal harassment. What you should know about criminal harassment. Criminal harassment is an offense in the criminal code. It is harassing behavior that includes stalking. The behavior must give you good reason to fear for your personal safety and legitimate purpose. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it goes on and on. It is a crime. And with guys like this right here that specialize in stalkers, you can easily get it taken care of. And I'm going to go through some of the tools that these guys use, services we offer. Technical surveillance countermeasures, that's where they come in. They detect your bugs. Electronic discovery services, that's where they take communication platforms such as cell phone, social media, and they can trace it down and get to conversations. Fingerprinting, of course, you know, they come in your house, but these guys are usually trained professionals. They don't usually leave fingerprints. Computer forensic services, if you had a computer, they got on your computer, or you had somebody in their computer had information about you on it, or the gang stalking information. Undercover investigations, that's pretty obvious. Retail loss and theft prevention. These guys deal in a lot of stuff, but you can contact them right up here. You can go to these other ones. There's plenty of other ones. Digital forensics, private investigator testimonies. You can read the testimonies. Here's another one. Worldwide Intelligence Network. And then I had the gang stalking sites. Well, I guess I got rid of the other one I had up here. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to sum up my today's video. I don't want to make it too long. It's not too hard to get taken care of and get a private investigator. They'll work with you on prices. Some of them will work with you on the payments. Don't feel like it's out of reach. It's not. And if everybody pulls together, this thing can be ended very quickly. And if these people are trying to say you're under surveillance or something like that and they're not stalking you, then why are they making threats and doing stuff that's considered stalking? That's where, you know, they should let the police do the investigations, and they should keep their nose in their own business. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this today. Thank you.